Hi, welcome to the Sankofa Pan African series. Sometime in the 1920s, a European miner stumbled on an ancient African civilization in the village of Nok that dates back to 1500 BC. This accidental discovery astonished colonial agents who had been educated to believe that sub-Saharan Africans had contributed little, if anything, to human civilization. According to this Eurocentric worldview, sub-Saharan Africa was in darkness until it came in contact with people from the Middle East and Europe. This fortuitous rediscovery of Nok Civilization debunked and rendered this view untenable by calling for a more critical assessment of the African past and Eurocentric claims. So, what is Nok Civilization and where did it come from? Please take a moment to support this series by clicking on your subscription and notification buttons. Thank you. Nok was an Iron Age civilization that was located within the Niger Benue Valley in what is today central and northern Nigeria. Modern descendants of this civilization are believed to speak Hayam in some historic Nok regions and now live in areas like Jos, Taruga, and Salmon Dukia areas, as well as Hausa-speaking areas of Nigeria. Now, the Hausas are concentrated mainly in northern parts of Nigeria, as well as the adjoining southeastern Niger Republic. They are also found in other countries, including Cameroon, Ghana, Chad, Togo, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, the Sudan, Gabon, and etc. Culturally and historically, the Hausas are close to the Fulani, Songhai, Mande, and Tuareg, and other Nilo-Saharan groups. Hausa is also generally spoken by majority of non-Hausas in northern Nigeria and other countries across the northern areas of West Africa. Initially discovered in a village called Nok in northern Nigeria, Nok culture is the oldest civilization with evidence of iron smelting in the whole of West Africa. Unfortunately, very little is known of the origin and even the sociocultural life of ancient Nok people outside of the impressive terracotta figurines and iron implements that they left behind. However, based on the striking artworks and other archaeological remains found in the areas that have been excavated in the Nok, historians and other scholars have continued to be intrigued enough to continue to try and decipher who the ancient Nok people were, so that knowledge about them can take their rightful place in human history. Art historians have suggested that these Nok figures, may be images of deified ancestors or prominent individuals in the Nok society. But before delving into the artistic feat, achievement of the Nok culture, it is necessary to stress the importance of iron technology and its effects on the development of a of human civilization and history. Following the Neolithic revolution that led to the transformation of humans from hunter-gatherers to sedentary agriculturists, they needed to first develop farm implements in order to make cultivation of food easier. To do this, human beings initially used stone implements to work the soil and they crush or shell their harvests. Later on, the knowledge of metal was developed through bronze working before a stronger and more durable metal like iron was discovered. In several ways, the discovery of iron technology was quite revolutionary for civilizations like Nok and others across the globe. This was because iron smelting, or the process of extracting iron, was a technological breakthrough, and it was a jealously guarded craft that was rarely revealed to outsiders. Some sources believe that for Nok, this feat was more remarkable because they believe that, unlike others, the Nok civilization leapfrogged, they jumped from the use of Herculean or stone tools to iron without passing through the Bronze Age like other parts of the world. The presence of iron technology must have revolutionized the Nok society and enabled the people to cultivate more lands to feed their people. It is believed that some of these agricultural surpluses were sold through the trans-Saharan trade routes in exchange for salt and other needed goods that were not readily available in their immediate environment. It is also believed that the presence of iron technology enabled Nok rulers to expand and dominate other people as far as Makurdi, Abuja, which is now and also Abuja, which is now Nigeria's capital territory, and the Jos Plateau area. The expansion of the kingdom brought it in contact with other indigenous people across areas of modern Nigeria. Some scholars have even gone so far as to suggest that archaeological evidence point to the influence of Nok on Igbo civilization and Ife culture as well. And these are in southern Nigeria. The sophistication of Nok terracotta, of the Nok terracotta arts, has also led some scholars to believe that an older, yet to be discovered tradition must have preceded Nok culture. Like I said earlier, it's been suggested that the Nok terracottas have some sort of affinity or relationship to later portrait arts, such as the Ife and those found in Igbo. It is this same kind of thinking which prompted historians like Fag to suggest that the Nok people may be the ancestors of most groups in present-day Nigeria. However, these claims have not been sufficiently proven. It is also, but it is what is inconceivable is the idea that the terracottas of the Nok culture were produced by a backward community. That idea is just totally nonsensical. Because it is apparent that Nok terracottas belong to an early African civilization, which is as yet to be fully discovered because much of it is still buried underground. So some of the settlements which have been excavated show impressive architectural remains pointing to a certain kind of large-scale teamwork. Equally significant is the breathtaking artworks of the Nok, which the civilization is better known for. Nok artworks comprise high-quality terracotta pottery, iron axes, and stone tools. These artworks represent a distinctive artistic achievement that was unequal by any other during the period of this civilization. So, Nok figurines were particularly striking in their realistic rendition of animals and inanimate objects. And also the fact that these artifacts survived in alluvial deposits and the tin mines till the time when they were discovered is a testament, to the high quality of these artworks and the artifacts. The most characteristic artifacts, artworks, were figurines of animals and stylized human beings, usually heads made of clay. Some of the heads are styled in cylindrical and triangular shapes with elaborate hairstyles, pierced eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. Other remains of the artifacts of the Nok culture include iron tools, stone axes, and the other stone tools and stone ornaments. Now, during the discovery of the terracotta heads, Europeans were so awed by these breathtaking artworks, and sadly, what they did was then to smuggle the art collections, and then carted them, the majority of them, away, thus depriving the African continent of the benefit of their artistic presence. But be that as it may, all is not lost as far as the Nok civilization is concerned in Nigeria. Nok arts and artifacts have inspired the widespread production of traditional pottery that bear resemblance to those likely to have been used by Nok forebears or ancestors. So, for example, women from Bayi, also known as Gwari, in central Nigeria. The central Nigeria is also the middle belt of Nigeria. So the women from that area deploy similar techniques to make household utensils like pots, jugs, and so on. One impressive artist who epitomized the culture was the late Ladi Kwali, the eponymous character on the back of Nigeria's 20 naira note. If you have a 20 naira note, if you are in Nigeria and you have a 20 naira note, please take note that the picture, the woman on the 20 naira note, is this incredible artist, Ladi Kwali. Though she had no formal education, Ladi Kwali learned how to make the randa, a large pot used for fetching water, the tulu, an ornamental pot used for religious festivals, casco, used as also used for storage, other kinds of pots and water jars, flasks, bowls, and cooking pots from traditional potters in north central Nigeria. She learned how to make all these various types of pots from traditional potters in northern Nigeria, and became very famous. Today, Wari potteries, also known as Abuja potteries, are highly sought after the world over. So the Nok civilization is still preserved through its artworks in private and public collections, as well as in museums across the globe. Efforts of eminent artists like the late Ladi Kwale and the Ladi Pottery Center in Abuja have helped perpetuate some of the skills that helped produce the Nok culture of old through training and exhibitions. Notwithstanding, more still needs to be done for Africans to get the financial and artistic credit for the original collection looted from the continent during the British occupation of Nigeria. European art collectors are morally bound, not just art collectors, all well meaning Europeans are morally bound to label and give proper credit to and to expedite the process for the repatriation of the stolen arts and artifacts to where they belong. Thank you very much for watching the Sankofa Pan-African series. Please continue to engage us on our community platform by sending your comments and questions. Also, remember that we may not always have the answers to all the questions asked, so please share your knowledge and information with us and others. And also, don't stop sharing our videos. And of course, we need you to continue telling your contacts about this channel. See you next time.